What's up, YouTubers? It's HK here, bringing you another live reaction. And today's live reaction will be on the new 007 Spectre, whatever trailer, okay? Trailer 2. Yeah, trailer 2. Because the last thing was a TV spot, so technically that doesn't really count. Anyway, let's get going on that. 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. Let's start now.
You had no authority. None. Mexico City.
Mexico City, yeah.
What were you doing there?
Oh.
I was taking some overdue holiday.
So what's going on, James? They say you're finished.
What do you think?
I think you're just getting started.
Magnificent, isn't she? 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. A few little tricks up her sleeve.
Love the new car.
Do one more thing for me.
What do you have in mind?
Make me disappear. Tell me where he is.
He's everywhere.
If you go there, you're crossing over to a place where there is no mercy.
You're protecting someone.
Get away from me! Why should I trust you?
Because right now, I'm your best chance of staying alive. This organization, do you know what it's called?
Its name is Spectre.
Do you know who links them all?
Me.
Welcome, James.
You came across me so many times, yet you never saw me.
What took you so long?
Is this really what you want? Living in the shadows, hunting, being hunted, always alone.
I don't stop to think about it.
It was me,
James,
the author of all your pain.
That was it. That was good. I'm gonna be honest. The cinematography there looks absolutely amazing. I'm still upset that the previous one didn't return, but the guy they got doing this looks freaking beautiful. Like I love how every like location just looks very different. You've got Rome with that kind of like orange brown like tint going on, and you get what I mean. Like it's beautiful. It's very beautiful. It looks good. Don't get me wrong. I think it certainly looks better than well. When I say it looks better, well, yeah, it definitely looks better than Skyfall. I have read, well, what I presume was a early version of the script for this, along with the shooting outline, which was slightly different. And from what I've heard I heard that the current script is very different from this one, and from stuff that I've been reading about the shooting locations and what actors have actually been shooting, it seems there's been a few things that have changed and added around. So in other words, I myself have no freaking idea what they've changed around. All I know is the first two acts of the film were very well done. By the time we got to the third act, it kind of fell apart. From what I'm seeing from this, I don't know. It looks like they've pretty much kept the same. It looks very similar. I don't see anything different. So I can't really sit there and be like, oh, okay, I don't remember reading that, but it looks pretty much the same. There are a few extra lines in there, which I like. Do I think this is going to be better? I'm going to be quite honest. Like I said, unless they've improved that third act, people are going to either love or hate this film. Me personally, I like it. I'm looking forward to seeing it, because sometimes what looks crap on paper ends up being better on screen. What with the music and the cinematography and the actors giving it all out, and the special effects. But I'm just hoping they've added something more to that, because like that final act really, really needs something, because it's too easy. You know how people always say less is more? That needs more. But, the ending, personally, for me, it was very good. I'm just very interested to see how this is all going to come together, because, like, I wasn't that impressed. It felt rushed. But from what I've seen from this trailer, from all the other scenes that obviously that take place before that, those look good. So I'm looking forward very much to seeing those. It is a good story, don't get me wrong. It has the chance of being a very good Bond movie, properly Daniel Craig's best. Because, like, for one thing, this trailer obviously just gave tons away. Like, if you sit down and actually think about it, you'll realize what all the twists and plot threads are going to be. It pretty much gave them all away, and that's a good thing, really, in terms of what the plot is and what it's trying to do. Yeah, before I cut off, I watched that trailer again just to see if I could pick out any new things that they might have added in order to change up the third act. And I didn't realize at first, but I noticed at least three new things. Um, the first one is the scene where Bond seems to be getting hit by a stunt bat or whatever, and Christopher Waltz is standing in front of him. And there are all these people on the computers. That scene takes place obviously towards not before it takes place before the climax. There is another location they go to before the climax, but this scene takes place at the villain's lair. Obviously, in the script, it was very different. It was very quiet, but here there seems to be a lot of people around, working their little magic, and I certainly don't remember reading Bond getting. So I imagine they've kind of changed up the confrontation between Bond and Christopher Waltz's character in terms of their psychological mind game thing that they have. The third change is a scene I noticed that takes place between two characters fighting each other. One of them's grabbing a gun and shooting the window, and I imagine the person's face that I can see is Andrew Scott, who plays the character of C in the film, and the character obviously holding the gun, I thought was Daniel Craig, but no, it looks like Ryan Fiennes, sorry, M, which if it's the scene that I imagine it is, I love that change, because in the original script it was kind of a callback to the opening of Casino Royale, but here they've taken his character out and put M in it instead. I imagine that's M because that haircut that looks like M, which is a good change, because in the film, C's character really doesn't. He only has really one scene with Bond at the beginning, and then the rest of the film is spent on this subplot that does tie into the main plot, and he's mostly against M's character, so versus M technically, and I love that they've added that in there, because it adds something for the character of M to do, and because if anyone is justified in defeating that enemy, it's M. So I'm happy they've done that. They've changed that up. Brilliant. That's a good change. Q obviously is helping out with some sort of shutdown system. I'm not going to elaborate what that is. All I'm going to say is I think that's something they took out that they had before, but they've put it back in maybe. If that is what I think it is, well done again, because it gives something Q to do, and it makes the whole stuff before the climax a bit more important, dangerous, and vital, and teamwork. So I'm happy about that. Brilliant additions. I'm a bit more excited now to see this and see what else they've done. But stuff from the climax that I saw a lot of that here, which it's good. It's good. It's just the very ending part of the climax. I'm wondering if they've added anything to it, but I don't think they have, because I didn't see anything there to suggest otherwise, which is very, very nervous and disappointing. But then maybe they're keeping it a surprise, so fingers crossed that they've added something there, because my only complaint is that something happens towards the end of the climax. There needs to be an obstacle for Bond to overcome, and there really isn't. It's just too quick, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. But yeah, the other edition's brilliant, cool. Anyway, like, subscribe, whatever. Yeah, can't wait to see this movie now. Cheers and cheerio and bye.